Okay, children, let's begin.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Any doubt in your yesterday's work, what we did?
No, ma'am.
Everything clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I just need to practice a bit more.
Maths requires a lot of practice. Okay.
Yes.
You should make it a point every day, do at least 10 questions. Any questions, 10 questions from whichever chapter. Okay, whatever we have done in the past, you must pick any 10 questions, take two questions from each exercise. Okay. All right. Two, three questions from each exercise, and you must do it. Every day do 10 questions. Whichever book you're following, whichever book you have. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
That will keep you in touch with your concepts. Okay, children. I'll tell you one more thing. When we did HCF LCM chapter, there was one concept which I think it's not there in your class 6 course, but I will tell you that. Might be you will have it in your next class or something, but still the book which I am following, it's there. So I'm telling you, but I don't think it's there in the NCERT book at your level. Okay, I'm sharing the screen now. Okay, the concept is that HCF into LCM multiplied by HCF is equal to the product of two numbers. Suppose my numbers are A and B. Okay, I take the LCM of A and B. I take the HCF of A and B. So my HCF into LCM will be the product of two numbers.
Ma'am, relationship between HCF and
LCM. Okay, so the product of HCF and LCM is equal to product of the two numbers.
yes.
So for this, I will show you an example. So this rule you must remember. This is the relation between HCF and LCM. Now there is a question. The HCF and LCM and HCF of two numbers is 30. Now it's saying LCM is 30 and HCF is 15. And one of the numbers is 10. One of the numbers out of any two numbers, one number is 10. Find the second number. You have to find the second number. So in this case, what will you do? You want to find this unknown. Now this 10 is multiplying over here.
45.
When it goes on the other side, it will divide. So that becomes 30 into 15 divided by 10. That gives you your second number. Okay. So 10, I can just reduce it with 30. So 15 into 3 will be 45. So your second number is 45. All right. You must remember this result.
Can you explain this again?
Yes.
Ma'am, can you explain this again?
Okay. The relation between HCF and HCF is that LCM multiplied by HCF is the product of the two numbers of which you are finding HCF and LCM. The product of those two numbers is equal to the product of their HCF and LCM. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Now suppose if the LCM is given 30, HCF is given 15, and one number is given to you, you are asked to find the second number, the other number. So how will you find? You keep the other number on one side and take all the rest of the numbers on the other side of the equal to sign. So since 10 is multiplying with the number, then it goes on the other side of equal to sign, it gets divided. And here you can find out the value of the second number. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So keep practicing HCF, LCM. This weekend you have the test of playing with numbers. Okay, now coming to the chapter that we had started, that is basic geometrical shapes. Rishit, your exams are over?
Yes, ma'am.
You had your exams, no, this week?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how was it?
Ma'am, like they were oral assessments. Ma'am.
Okay, they were oral. So how did it go?
Well, ma'am.
Good. How was the maths?
I mean, it's like we need to do an activity, and ma'am will ask us like separately from any of the chapters ma'am gave.
Hmm.
Like I got questions from mensuration, ratio and proportion, and algebra.
Okay.
Any question?
So you answered them?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you find anything difficult there?
No, ma'am.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, we had done with 4.1 and 4.2. We were at 4.3, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
So 4.2 was closed figures, open figures. Now coming to exercise 4.3, right? This is based on angles. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we spoke about interior angles and exterior angles, right? In the previous class.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So
Yes, ma'am.
So interior angles is the points which are lying in the
Ma'am,
interior. So
inside the angle.
inside the angle. Okay, if I'm talking about this acute angle, the points which are lying inside this, and the ones which are lying outside this are the outside
Are called
angles.
exterior
Exterior
angles.
angles. Okay. Okay, name the angles in the given figure. Now you have to name the angles in this figure which is given here. So what angles are there? You can see this
Ma'am,
angle,
ADC.
angle A.
Ma'am, ADC, angle the DAB, angle
Hmm.
DCB, and angle CBA.
Very good. So the way you should read the angle is this. Now suppose if this is an angle here, this is DAB. You
Yes,
read the angle like this. You include the arms. This gives you the idea that which two arms are making the angle. That is
Ma'am,
AD.
and the vertex name of the angle should be in the middle of the reading.
Angle should be in the middle. Right. Very good. So that's DAB. You can even write BAD. It's DAB also. Same way you can write for CDA, okay, or ADC. Same way you can write for DCB like this. Then you can write for CBA, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now next one is in the given diagram, name the points. Now there are some points in this figure. In the exterior of angle DOE.
Ma'am, interior.
In the interior. Yes, in the interior of angle DOE. So which angle, which point can you see in the interior?
Ma'am, A. Ma'am, A.
Oh,
Ma'am,
B
A.
also. Point B.
Ma'am, maybe.
Yes. See, A is in the interior. B is not in the
B is
interior.
not
It is, yes, it is,
is
on the line. Okay, so this point is in the interior. Now next one is in the exterior of angle EOF. Which point is in the exterior of
C.
Ma'am, C. Ma'am, C.
Point
Ma'am.
C.
Yes, very good. All are correct. Now on EOF, on
Ma'am, point B.
EOF.
B.
Ma'am, B.
So that's B, point B here. Good. Okay. Now draw rough diagrams of two angles such that they have one point in common. Can you draw any rough diagram which have one point in common? Think of which have one point in common. So simple. Two angles such that they have
Can you
one
see?
point in common.
Can you
See
see
two-
mine?
Yes. Which side is that arrow going? A, O, B. Where is your arrow
And that's
going?
D.
Now see, you can make like this. Two angles with one point in common. Can it be like this?
Yes, ma'am.
These are two angles which have one point in common.
Yes.
Okay. Can you make any diagram with 2 points in common?
Yes, ma'am.
2 points in common.
Yes, sir.
Two angles with 2 points in common. Try. Think of it. If I make one angle, I have one point in common. That means somewhere it has to be one more point, 2 points in common, two angles. So that means if I include this, if I make one more line here, like this, that means this arm is common for this angle also, this arm is common for this angle also. So that I have 2 points in common. Two angles with 2 points. Can it be like this?
Yes, ma'am.
I can make something like this. Okay, next one is 3 points in common. Anything which can have 3 points in common. Two angles such that they have 3 points in common. I can make like this. And if I may take one point here. 1, 2.
Mom, can it be like this?
Which one?
Like this.
Okay, these are how many angles? It has to be something like this, but there are the points in common.
One minute.
Ma'am, can it be like this?
Which are the common points?
Ma'am, 1 second, ma'am.
Just name the points.
Ma'am, 1 second.
Hmm.
Mom, I'm done.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Look, children, very nice. Okay, see, children, look here. With 3 points in common, look here, I've made this figure, the two
Ma'am,
angles.
can we make a square and do like this?
No, it's asking two angles. The question is saying two angles. Draw a rough diagram of two angles. Now see, I have made two angles and on one arm, I have taken 3 points. Okay, which are common to both the angles. Is it? Because this is a common arm and I have taken 3 points on this. Okay? Is that?
Ma'am, is mine correct?
Because it's saying two angles. I have justified this. Then it's saying 3 points in common. So 3 points in common also I've justified. Okay? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now see the next one, two angles with 4 points in common. So same way you can have 4 points in common. Suppose this is the angle, you make a line here and take
It
points on
can
the
be
common.
ma'am, it
Take
can be
point.
a square.
It can be square. No, we have to make two angles. Don't forget this thing. Two
Okay.
angles. Okay. The
But
4
square
points.
is made up. But square can be made up of two right angles.
Two right angles. How two right angles? Square is some closed figure, no? It has 4 right angles.
Yes.
So now see here, look here for 4 points in common. You can take 3 points here and fourth one is this vertex. Okay. D, E, F. So this is for the fourth one. 4 points in common.
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am.
This is for D. This was for C. 3 points in common. This was for B. 2 points in common. This was for A1. One ray in common. Next is two angles with one ray in common. So that's so
Ma'am, I can
simple.
make.
Yes.
We should make an arrow and at the last we should draw.
Yes. See, these are all rays only. If I make two angles like this, these are all rays emerging from this point, is it? So one ray in common, that means the middle ray. OB, I give it the name OB. Okay. Okay, OB is the common ray. Understood, children? This is for the E part.
Yes, ma'am.
You can make a note of this. Note down in your notebooks.
I'm done.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, let's move ahead. Okay, the exercise gets over here. Now, next topic is the triangles. Now, coming to the triangles. Now, triangle is a three-sided figure. Okay, it has 3 sides and 3 vertices. That means these points are called vertices.
Yes.
And in the interior of the triangle is this part, the
Okay, ma'am.
Can you hear us?
yes, I can hear you now. Okay. Okay, can see now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is also very small exercise. This chapter includes small exercises and small topics are there. Right. Now, draw a rough sketch of a triangle ABC. Mark a point P in its interior and a point Q in its exterior. Is the point A in its exterior or in its interior? Okay.
It's on.
Or it is on the boundary.
Point A is next to the boundary. Okay. So please do
not
this.
exterior or not interior.
Yes. So mark a point in the exterior and interior. Do it in your notebooks. Make a point P in the interior and point Q in the exterior. And the other points like A, B, and C, they are on the triangle. They are neither in the interior nor in the exterior.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Okay. Good. See this one, identify 3 triangles in the figure. Now, everyone please draw this triangle in your notebook, this shape. Now you have to identify 3 triangles in this figure. So which are the 3 triangles in this figure? This figure is
Ah.
divided by this
Um,
line AB.
A,
First
B,
one is
D,
A, B, D, A, B, C.
A,
Okay, the first
AB.
triangle is this big triangle A, B,
A, B,
and
C.
C. One by one. A, B, and C. Yes. Then the other triangle is which one? Now
A,
take
B, D.
B, ADB,
Ma'am,
ADB. Okay.
ADC,
ADB. And the
ACD.
third triangle is
ACD.
ACD.
ACD. So this is the figure that you write for triangle. A, B, C. Okay, write the names of 7 angles. Can you name the 7 angles?
Ma'am,
Seven
angle ADB.
Ma'am, angle ABD.
Please write it in your notebooks. I'm instead of writing A, B, D, I'm just writing angle 1, 2, and like this. Let's see, this is angle 1, this is angle 2, this is angle 3, this is angle 4, this is angle 5, this is angle 6, and this whole angle is angle 7. Okay, is it? Yes. And if I combine this 3 and 4 also, this complete straight angle here, this can be angle 8, but we are asked 7 angles. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, write the names of 6 line segments. Which are the 6 line segments in this?
Ma'am, B, D, D, C,
Yes,
A,
AB.
C, A, D, and B, A.
Yes, AB, this one.
Ma'am,
Then B to C is 1.
CD.
BC.
And
Then
B to D is 1.
1 second. BC is divided into 2. That is BD and DC. So BD is 1 and DC is also 1.
yes.
BD,
Also AD.
DC. Then you have
AD.
CA.
AD, AD,
Then you have AD.
CD.
And
Ma'am,
are
CD.
these 6 now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, these are 6 line segments, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Which 2 triangles have angle B in common? Which 2 triangles have angle B in common?
Ma'am, triangle ABC,
Ma'am,
ABC and ABD.
Ma'am,
ABC, ABD.
The triangle ABC, that is this complete triangle, and
And
then
ABD.
triangle ABD. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so they both have angle B as a common. Okay, the next is quadrilaterals. Now, what are quadrilaterals? See, triangle was
And they
a
are the
closed figure.
polygons with 4 sides.
Yes, triangle was a figure with 3 sides. Quadrilateral is a figure with 4 sides. Okay, it is a polygon with 4 sides. Quadri means 4. Okay. Now, interior of a quadrilateral is the inside part of the figure is for the shaded part here. Outside is exterior. Okay. Now, in the quadrilateral, I would tell you one more thing. Look here. Now, see, in this you have some concept like adjacent angles, adjacent sides, opposite angles, opposite sides. Now, what are these? Now, see the side. Just look here. Suppose this is a quadrilateral I'm talking about. Now, here AD and AB are the adjacent sides. Okay, adjacent means the one which is sharing a common point, those sides which are sharing a common point. So here AD and AB are sharing a common point, that is A. Okay, right? And which other is the adjacent side? To AD there is another adjacent side, that is DC. Okay, CD and DA are 2 adjacent sides. This is making one
CB
pair of
and
adjacent sides. AD and AB are making 1 pair of adjacent sides.
CB and D.
Similarly, AB and DC is making 1 pair of adjacent sides. Are you getting? And here
Ma'am.
CD and CB is making another pair of adjacent sides. So total how many pair of adjacent sides can you see here? 1 pair, this and this,
And 4.
second pair, then third pair, then fourth pair. So 4 pair of adjacent sides, right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
similarly, you can see adjacent angles also. Adjacent angles are those angles which are on the same side, which are sharing a common arm. Okay. Adjacent angles are those angles which share a common arm, like angle A is adjacent with angle D. Okay. And angle A is also adjacent with angle B, right? Because they are sharing this common arm. Adjacent angle B is also adjacent with angle C. They are sharing a common arm. Angle C is adjacent with angle D. They are sharing a common arm CD. You get it?
Yes,
Did you
ma'am.
understand the concept of adjacent sides and adjacent angles?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now coming to the opposites. Now opposite is what? Which is exactly opposite. Okay, face to face. Okay, they are not sharing anything common. Now, if this is one side AB, the opposite side of AB is BC.
MBC.
Okay, opposite side of AD is
This
BC.
CB.
Okay, so these are how many pair of opposite sides are there? One pair like this, and the
Two
other
pairs.
pair like this. Two pairs. And similarly, we can have opposite angles. So opposite angles are if
C and A.
angle A is opposite to angle C, angle B is opposite to angle D.
D.
So there are how many pairs of opposite angles? Two. Two pairs of opposite angles, two pairs of opposite sides,
Yes.
and four pairs of adjacent sides, four pairs of adjacent angles. Okay.
Um,
Okay. Adjacent sides, opposite sides.
Getting adjacent sides and adjacent angles.
Yes. Yes, what happened?
Ma'am, I am not getting them. Can you tell me again?
Okay. Now see, this is a quadrilateral. I name this quadrilateral as A, B, C, D. Okay. Now adjacent sides are those sides which are sharing a one common point. Like AB is adjacent to BC. This much
Yes.
you understood? Yes? Ashwat?
Ma'am,
You understood this much, Ashwat?
ma'am, can you repeat?
Who's this asking? Ashwat?
Yes, ma'am. I'm
Okay, Ashwat. Now I'm talking about this side AB is adjacent to side BC because why? Because they are sharing a common point D. Okay, they are joined at one point, no?
yes, ma'am.
So that means they are adjacent sides. Okay, those sides which have a common point are called adjacent sides. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Similarly, look here, one was AB and BC. Which another adjacent side can you see in this figure? Take BC. Ashwath, listen carefully. If I take BC and CD, can I call them adjacent?
BC and
CD. B to C and C to D. BC and CD. Can I call them adjacent?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, because
There, the point C is common.
very good. Now, similarly, I can say CD is also adjacent with DA. Can I say that? CD is adjacent with DA.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, because they have a common point D. Similarly, I can say DA is adjacent with AB. DA adjacent
Yes, ma'am.
with
Yes,
AB. Yes, because they have a common point A. You understood now? Adjacent sides. What are adjacent sides?
The sides which has a common point.
Yes, the sides which have a common point are called adjacent sides. You got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now Coming to adjacent angles. Now adjacent angles are, now suppose this is one angle. Okay. AB and BC sides are making this angle. Now adjacent angle to this is angle A. Two angles are adjacent when they have a common side. You get it? Two angles are adjacent when they have a common side between them. This
Common
side
point.
is
Okay, ma'am. Okay,
common
ma'am.
side. This side AB is common to this angle and this angle.
Yes, ma'am.
You know? And similarly, angle B is adjacent with angle C also because they have a common arm here. They are sharing a common arm, BC.
Yes.
Is it? Similarly, I can see angle C is common adjacent with angle D because they are sharing a common arm here, common side,
Yes,
DC. Similarly, I can say angle D is adjacent with angle A because they are sharing a common side here, DA.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so you understood adjacent sides, what are adjacent sides and adjacent angles?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understood the concept of opposite sides and opposite angles? Opposite means face to face. This angle A is opposite to angle C. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
if you stand at this point, you can directly see this point. So that means it's opposite. If you stand at B, can you see the point D?
What, ma'am?
If you stand at point B, can you see point D directly?
No, ma'am.
No. Why?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. So that means the points which are face to face each other. Okay. Directly opposite
Okay, ma'am.
are called opposite angles. And similarly, you have opposite sides. The side which is opposite to the other side. Okay. Like AB is opposite to DC. BC is opposite to AD. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now see this question number 1 here. Draw a rough sketch of a quadrilateral PQRS. Okay. Draw its diagonals. Name them. Diagonals means you join the opposite points, opposite angles. Suppose if I join B, angle B with angle D, like this. So this becomes the diagonal. One diagonal, this becomes another diagonal. Okay. Diagonal means joining opposite angles. Draw its diagonals. Name them. Is the meeting point of the diagonals in the interior or exterior of the quadrilateral?
Ma'am,
Where
ma'am,
the-
interior.
I'm interior.
Yes, yes. So definitely interior. Okay, because
Yes.
if I have made the diagonals here, so point of intersection is meeting point of the two diagonals is in the interior. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, next one, draw a rough sketch of a quadrilateral KLMN. Now, KLMN is one quadrilateral. Make it in your notebook. Make a quadrilateral first in your notebooks. Everyone, please keep your videos on.
Ma'am, I did this question just now.
So make a quadrilateral and make two pairs of opposite sides, right? Two pairs of opposite sides. Now, make a quadrilateral KLMN.
Ma'am, say.
Make two pair of opposite sides. Which are the two pairs of opposite sides? Let me ask you.
NL and KM.
Which one? Opposite
NL
sides.
and KM.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. NL and KM.
This side is opposite to this. So similarly, you can have two pairs. This side is opposite to this side. Two pairs of opposite angles. Ashwath, tell me two pairs of opposite angles. If you look at this figure, KLMN, which are the opposite angles?
K and M.
Yes.
K and M.
Angle K and angle M. This is one pair, and another pair will be
Angle N and angle L.
okay. Now, two pair of adjacent sides. Tell me, Ashwath. You tell me one pair first.
NM and KL.
NM and
KL.
KL. NM is here, KL is here. They are opposite to each other. Adjacent means they should have something in common. So
No,
if it
it's
is
1
side,
point in
that
common.
means they will have 1 point in common.
KN.
NM can have KN with common. It can be common with KN or it can be common this
ML.
way. MN. Okay. So this is one pair and another pair you can write from here like NM and MN. Right? Okay, let me ask somebody else. Two pair of adjacent angles. Soumya, you tell me. Two pair of adjacent angles. Hello, Soumya is there. Adrit, you tell me. Two pair of adjacent angles.
Ma'am, is it
Adjacent, what do you mean by adjacent angles? Adjacent means when you have something in common. If I'm talking about adjacent angles, that means angles will have one side as common. And when I talk about adjacent sides, that means they will have one angle in common. Okay. So
Ma'am, is
adjacent angles.
LN?
LM. LM, what? Tell me the
Ma'am.
angles. Which two
Ma'am.
angles?
And can I get my scale?
Ma'am, actually, I'm not getting.
Yes.
Ma'am, I'm not getting.
Riddhi.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, Hridesh was there. Charvik, you tell me. One pair of adjacent angles.
Ma'am, like K and L. Ma'am, K and
Angle K and angle.
N.
Okay, tell me another pair.
Okay. Angle N and angle M.
Angle N and angle N. Good.
1 minute, ma'am.
It's okay. Just two pairs were needed. Otherwise, there are four pairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ma'am,
It's
okay.
okay. Two pairs. You have already said.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, angle M and angle L.
It's okay. Okay.
Okay.
Now this is what use strips and fasteners. Okay, this is some activity. So let's move ahead. That was an activity. You can try that activity with strips and fasteners. Okay, let's move to circles now. Now circle has how many parts? Now in circles we can, first of all, this point in the center is called the center point, right?
Ma'am, and there is also diagonal and a radius and a
Yes.
cone.
Okay, very good. Okay, now see, circle is a round thing which is a circle. This point in the center is called center point. Now, a distance from this center to the circle is called radius.
Radius.
Distance from the center to the point on the circle is called the radius. And if I take the double of this, that means if I extend the line this side also, So
Ma'am,
this
it's a
becomes
diagonal.
radius plus another radius gives us the diameter. So diameter is twice the radius, radius plus radius. Okay, so this is twice the radius is the diameter. Okay, or you can say radius is half of the diameter. Diameter is a chord actually. Chord means a line which meets the circle at 2 points. Okay, which touches the circle at 2 points is called a chord. And the diameter is the longest chord
Longest
because
chord.
it passes from the center of the circle.
Ma'am,
You
chord is
got
a
it?
light segment that touches to the two circumference.
Yes. So that's a diameter. Diameter is such a chord which passes through the center. You can have different chords. If I draw, I can draw a chord here, I can draw a chord here, I can draw a chord here. So many chords I can draw. But diameter will be only one because there will be only one line which will pass through the center. Okay?
Ma'am,
Can be
chord
only
can
chords.
be like from cross or only in the sleeping line.
It can be like this also. It can be, you can make a diameter like this also. Okay? You can make a diameter like this also. This is a chord passing through the center. That's the diameter. You can make a chord like this. You can make a chord like this. You can make a chord like this. You can make a diameter like this. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
It does not matter whether it is a sleeping
Ma'am,
line or
means,
small.
ma'am, means chord is a line which we draw in between the circle.
In between, which touches the circle at 2 points. Okay? Okay, now next you have is, now suppose if you have a radius like this and you have a radius like this, where you can say that the two radii are making some angle here. So this part making some angle here. So this part of the circle is called a sector.
Sector.
Okay. And this part, now suppose this is a chord and this portion of the circle is called segment.
Segment.
Okay, this portion is called segment. Sometimes we have segment like this also. Suppose this is a sector and this is a chord. So segment can be like this also. Okay, can be anywhere. Now circumference.
Ma'am, can you explain what is a segment again?
Segment. See, the space between the circle, between the arc of what is arc? Arc is a part of the circumference. Circumference is what? The boundary of the circle is called circumference. Okay?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
boundary of the circle is called circumference. So a part of the circumference is called arc. Part of the circumference is called arc. Okay? Like suppose this here, PQ. This is a circle. This portion from P to Q is arc, PQ. We call this, we write this arc as like this. Now this is some arc. Okay? And if I join, this is arc, say PQ. And if I join these 2 points like this, then this portion becomes the segment. Okay? Understood? This portion becomes the segment. Now this is an arc. And if I join these 2 points and this portion becomes the segment. Okay. So what is a segment? It's the area between the chord and the part of the circumference. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you understood about radius, diameter, arc, sector, segment. Now interior, exterior of a circle, you know. This is a circle. Inside
Yes.
the circle is all interior. Outside the circle is all exterior.
Exterior.
Okay. And whenever we are writing some arc, if I say arc A to B, so we always write as arc. We just make a symbol like this curve here on top. Okay, which represents
Ma'am,
that
what
it
is
is
radii?
radii is the plural of radius. See, radius is one. Okay, but if I have many radii here, radii is the plural of radius. Radii is the plural form of
Ma'am,
radius.
how many radii can make a half? ma'am?
Infinite, many.
Yes.
Okay. Many radii you can have. All right. Radii is the plural form of radius. When you have many radii, okay, many radius, you call it radii. Okay, then circumference is the boundary of the circle. Like in square, rectangle, as you have perimeter, no boundary. So circumference, the boundary of the circle is called circumference. Okay, boundary of the circle is called circumference. The
Circumference.
distance around a circle is its circumference. For circle, we don't call it a perimeter, we call it circumference. Okay. From the figure, identify
And the formula of finding the circumference is 2 pi r.
2 pi r. Okay, that you will be studying in your other class, senior class. Now, from the figure, identify the center of the circle. Now, where is the center of the circle?
Ma'am, O.
O. This point, O is the center of the circle. 3 radii. Can you write 3 radii?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
OA,
OA.
OA,
Yes,
OB.
OA, OB, and OC.
Oh,
Yes. O to A, O to B, O to C.
Ma'am,
Okay. What happened?
ma'am, that's it. ma'am. OC.
Okay. Now diameter. Can you name the diameter?
AOC.
Ma'am, AOC.
AOC. Okay.
Ma'am, or COA.
You can write AC also, and AC passes through O. So you can write AC also, but it's okay if you have said AOC. Okay, now a chord. Can you name a chord in this figure?
Ma'am, ED.
ED.
Very good. ED is the chord. 2 points in the interior.
OP.
Ma'am, OP.
OP.
Okay. P is here, O is here. Okay, O and P. A point in the exterior.
And Q.
Q.
In Q. Now, sector.
AOB.
AB.
Sector
Ma'am, AOB.
AOB. Okay. Sector AOB. Segment.
Ma'am, ED.
ED.
Segment ED. Okay. Now,
Ma'am, I didn't understand what's a segment.
segment is this part between a chord and the part of a circle is called segment. Okay.
Okay.
This shaded part. Okay. Can you see the cursor?
Yes.
This shaded part is called a segment.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, which lies between a chord and the part of a circle, but part of the boundary of a circle.
Okay.
Okay. Question number 2. Is every diameter of a circle also a chord?
Ma'am, yes. True.
Yes. Okay. Every diameter is a chord. Diameter is the longest chord. It passes through the center. Okay. Yes. Is every chord of a circle also a diameter? Can we
No,
call
ma'am.
every chord a diameter?
No,
we
ma'am.
can, because every chord doesn't. Because
Alright.
every chord does not pass from the center.
Yes, sir. Ma'am, you're on mute.
Ma'am, you're in mute.
Yes.
Ma'am, you are in mute.
Yes. Okay, children.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, draw any circle and mark. Okay, now all of you make a circle in your notebooks and mark these points. Mark one center, mark a diameter, mark a segment, point in its exterior, and everyone will show me on the screen. Okay, on your camera. A radius, a sector, interior point, an arc. Make a
Ma'am,
circle.
my camera is not working.
Okay. Ridesh, most of the time you are absent from the class. Why so?
No,
I keep
teacher.
calling out to you
I-
and you never answer.
No, teacher, actually take some time to, open the mic.
How much time? How much time does it take? If it takes the time, the class hour, then what is the point of such errors and all? If you sincerely attend the class, then it will be useful for you. Otherwise, there's no point wasting your time. Ridesh Maji,
Yes, ma'am.
if you sincerely attend the class, it will be useful for you. Otherwise, it's not going to benefit you.
Ma'am, can you see mine?
Yes, show me. Yes, I can see the sector, the chord is there, segment is there, diameter, radius is there, arc is there. Very good, Devesh. Very nice.
Thank
Mark
you, ma'am.
the point, mark a point in the exterior also.
Ma'am, I marked it.
Yeah.
That is 9.
Yes,
Ma'am,
good.
I marked it as X.
Okay, good, Devesh. Yes, others also.
Ma'am, here. Ma'am.
Okay. Yes, that's a chord. That's a sector. Please shade the chord and the sector, okay, so that they are clearly visible. Yes, Charvik. Good work. Yes, others. Quickly. Okay. Now say this true or false. First one is two diameters of
Ma'am, can you hear us?
Ma'am, it's true. Ma'am, it's
Yes,
true.
ma'am, it's true.
Ma'am, can you see?
Ma'am, B is also true.
Ma'am, both are true. Ma'am, can you hear us?
Maybe she'll leave now.
Ma'am, can you hear us?
Ma'am, both are true.
Yes, I can hear you, Vita.
Ma'am, both are true.
Ma'am, the both statements are
Yes.
true.
We make two diameters, they will intersect. Okay?
Ma'am,
Because
and center is always located
And
in.
also the center of a circle is always interior
because
because
many
it's
lines
the
can pass through this point. So this point is the point of intersection of all the diameters.
Yes, ma'am.
Next one is the center of a circle is always in its interior.
Yes, ma'am. It's
That's
Ma'am, it's also true because it's inside the circle.
interior only. Okay, so that's true. True.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this was the last exercise of this. This was a small chapter, but an important one since you should know all the basic things of geometry. And once you are aware of these all basic concepts, So whatever you study in your next class will be easy for you. Okay? Quickly you will understand the things.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
don't forget, even after we have finished the chapter, keep on revising it. Okay? So whenever you go to higher class, you will go deeper into the concept. So this is the basic things that you have studied in this chapter at your level, class 6. When you will study the same chapter, geometry, in your class 7, you will have some more concepts about these things, about triangle, about quadrilaterals, about circles, right?
Ma'am, also I think maybe at that time polynomials will be added.
Polynomials will also, and new topics are also added as you move to class. Okay, and the present concept will also go deeper and deeper.
Yes,
You will learn more about these things.
yes.
Okay. Anyone has any doubts in this? In today's class, in yesterday's class, in any of the previous class?
No, ma'am.
Hmm?
No, ma'am.
Others? Divesh, any doubts in anything?
No, ma'am.
Okay, who's this? Ashwath, any doubt anywhere in this chapter?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, the
All
chapter
clear?
is done.
Okay. This
Ma'am,
chapter is done, beta. All the exercises are done, but we will do more on this chapter. Okay. I'll give you more practice of these things. So maybe next week also we can have one more class of this chapter based on this. Okay. The
okay, ma'am.
textbook exercises are done. The textbook part is done, but I will give you some extra practice on this whenever we meet next in the Wednesday class. Right?
Yes.
We'll do the same chapter. Okay, I'll give you some more extra practice on this. Okay, Rishit, all clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So children, thank you for today.
Ma'am, I want to tell one thing. Ma'am,
Yes.
like just now I opened the test and it's I didn't even attempt and it's telling like I submitted the test.
No, it's not like that until you submit it.
Ma'am, but I didn't submit the test. I didn't even attempt it.
Ma'am, if we start the test, the time will go.
Ah, so
Ma'am,
you
but
should,
I didn't start it.
The
no,
time
but
is done. The time is
the
done.
time once you open the test, see, it's not like that that you open it and so that
Ma'am,
means your class time must be over then. You closed it.
Ma'am, I didn't open it.
Did you see the questions?
No, ma'am.
Then how do you know?
Ma'am, but I didn't click start test.
No, you didn't started writing the test, but have you seen the questions? What questions are given in the test? Did you see that?
No, ma'am.
Then how can you say it got over, the class test time got over?
Ma'am, but I don't know why it's showing like that.
No, no, it's not like that. Until you start the test, how can it say the test time is over?
Ma'am, I don't know.
Try it again. Okay?
Ma'am,
It
but
cannot be done. But once you
ma'am,
open it, you have to do it. Okay? You cannot just see the questions and just wind it off.
ma'am, but like it's showing test submitted.
No, no, no. Until you submit, click on the submit button, it won't get submitted. Okay? And you must not open the test until you are ready to answer the test.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
once you open it, then it's out of your hands.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, children, thank you for today.
bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank
Bye. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye, beta.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.